Aitah for going on a rant to my mother about how she told everyone in our life something I asked her not to. I 17F I'm about to do my A-levels, which, for many Americans, are a set of extra qualifications you can do in the UK from age 16 to 18 that enable you to get into university in most cases. And on Friday I received an email from my top choice university. At first, I was shitting myself, because the title read, "We would like to revise your offer," but it actually turns out they are considering upgrading it to an unconditional offer, meaning whatever grades I get, even 3 ES, I would still be guaranteed to be accepted. This is a really, really big deal. No one else in my year received one. I still have to do an interview in a few weeks, though, so it's not a surefire thing. But I was really happy, and I texted a screenshot of the email to my mom, where she replied that she was proud, and I said something like, "Haha, don't be too proud yet, it's not for sure. I'm not going to tell anyone yet." Like, is this not obvious enough? And I mentioned it again explicitly when I got home and we talked about it. I directly asked her not to tell anyone. I'm a pretty nervous person, so I don't like to take chances, especially when it comes to bragging about achievements or anything. Everyone knows that, and everyone also knows I like to sit on things before saying anything. Case in point, I waited nearly a month to mention to anyone that my dad had unalive, just because I wanted to digest it on my own for a bit before dealing with anyone else. And even though it's a very positive scenario in comparison to that, the same goes for this. I really wanted to be able to let it sink in for myself before telling anyone, and, make sure that I actually got it before going around claiming I'm hot crap. But within the past 24 hours, I've had texts from no less than 8 family members, emails from teachers at school, and a text from one of my mother's clients to say well done. I'm really upset. Not only now am I extra stressed about actually getting an unconditional offer, because now it feels like an expectation, but I also didn't even get to tell anyone my news myself. It just sort of feels like my potential achievement has been taken away from me, like it's become my mother's rather than my own after she's gleefully informed everyone we know. I don't know. I'm already upset that this is something I can never share with my dad, who I was much closer with, but now I can't even share it with my aunts and cousins either, because she's already done it. This might be the part where I'm the jerk. After maybe the 6th text I received whilst I was at work a few days ago, I texted my mother to repeat that I didn't want her to tell anyone, to which I received a very nonchalant apology. But this afternoon I received a text from my uncle, my dad's brother, who we speak to very rarely, not because we don't get along. It's just that my dad's family is possibly the least communicative family to ever exist. He lives less than 20 minutes away from me, and has done since I was 5, and I've seen him maybe twice in the last 5 years, including the funeral. Anyway, the point is he is not connected to any other of my family members except myself and my mother. It was yet another congratulatory text about my offer, which in itself I genuinely appreciate, but it's just been ruined by the circumstances. Because this is coming 2 days after my mom said she'd stop telling people. So I went downstairs and said something like this: "Is there anyone else you'd like to tell about my achievements? I asked you not to tell anyone else, but why have I just got a text from Uncle, name, about the offer? It's not even confirmed yet. Do you know how stupid I will look if I don't get it now? And anyway, it's my achievement, so why do you get to be the person to tell everyone?" I wanted to tell them. My tone was probably quite snappy in all fairness. Her argument was that she had informed my uncle before I brought it up with her. But I know my uncle to be a very timely man, who doesn't often use his phone but always responds to texts quickly because, as that's all he uses his phone for, he can afford to leave his notifications on all the time, so he doesn't miss anything. So I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. I'm not going to apologize because I truly feel like she's in the wrong here. And I feel like I am so justified in being angry. She has done this before, under the excuse that I'm too humble. I'm really, really not. Once I get over the anxiousness, it's just that I never get the chance to brag because she takes the glory from me. Not even the glory. Sympathy, too, in some situations. I am so sick of her telling everyone and their mother my business. I appreciate that I am probably a more private person than most, but I'm really just fed up with it. Happy things, sad things, embarrassing things. It all gets broadcast and I'm over it. She can celebrate my offer till the cows come home, but she'll regret it once she realizes I'll scarcely come back. P.S. There are many more issues I have with her. This on its own would not be reason enough for me to go low contact in my opinion. So, opinions? Was I the jerk for my rant?